So today, I want us to talk about what it takes to become intelligent. You see, if you are a young man or a young woman, quote unquote, born in Africa, you must understand that the time is against you. And for you to beat the odds, you have got to devise another type of superior intelligence. Because you see, anyone that is born in the Western country or the Asian part of the world is a decade ahead of you. Some of them are 2 decades ahead of us, depending on our level of intellectual prowess and our capacity and ability to learn and adapt within our ecology. A young man in his 20s in the United States of America had a better chance of succeeding than a young man in his 20s in Africa, Nigeria, or Burundi, Rwanda, Congo. And for this reason, you have to be very, very critical about the things you do. There are some things that you are doing which you don't have no business of doing. I've told you guys how most of you whine your life away through entertainment and sports and movie. It simply means that you are dumb, you're not intelligent. And what is the best way to measure your intelligence? The best way to measure your intelligence is not to go and pay a psychologist that will test you and tell you that this is the level of your IQ. The best way to check your IQ today is very simple. Head over to one of your social media accounts right now and go to the people that you are following. I do not mean people who are following you. I mean the ones that you are following. If 90% of them are not the people who are doing things that is going to impact on your purpose and destiny, then you're pretty much on the verge to demise. You are an endangered species. Those things are dumping you down. I tell people that millions of followers does not mean that one is intelligent or wise. In fact, it seems that the higher you have more numbers of followers, the less you are intelligent. I've had first-hand experience of this. And I'm following a lot of people who are sound mentally, spiritually, physically, and otherwise. And I've come to realize that the best of the best whom I have extracted the best information that have helped me in my life journey are the ones who didn't have much followers. And I'm startled at how young people abandon this kind of people online and keep on following the ones who, instead of adding to their intelligence, rather they prune those intelligence. You go from one scandal story to another, and you come back, you talk about the political system, not in the way of engaging intellectually, but how the government is not sharing money. It simply means you are dumb. To test your IQ, as I've told you, go right now to one of your social media accounts and check the type of people that you are following. Those are the people that will tell you if your IQ is 20 or 280 or 180 or 80. So that there are different levels of intelligence: average intelligence, dumb, super intelligent, based on academic tests. Today, you don't necessarily need to meet anybody to tell you that you're intelligent. By the things you're doing, they say that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. One who is wise does not speak foolishness. When he or she opens his mouth, you automatically detect that this person is really grounded inside. What you need to do right now is to focus on learning. Reduce your hands in following scandal stories, watching news. Somebody rightfully say that those who make news don't watch news, because the time they are using to build the news is the time you are using to watch the news. And if you look at the world where it's going right now, we are on a neck break speed. Everything is moving at the speed of light. And I tell you people that you now live in a global village. Everything you do right now must be answerable to universal appeal or universal standard. You cannot measure yourself based on your brother or your sister who built a house or bought a car in your village. That is cringing or smallness of thinking. When your mates are thinking how to build the next phase of social media that is going to beat the ones we have at hand. When your mates are putting in all their energies and time in robotic, biotech, and mechanized farming, you can't be behind. He said the reason why I'm dragging you guys out from complaint to owning yourself, because I found out that our old people in the past spend the best part of their youthful age complaining about the government, complaining about the society, complaining about the academics, but they never own up themselves. They will never change nothing. Complain, whining, groaning, never change nothing in the society. What does change things is the capacity to stand up and own up yourself and do the needful for yourself and your society. You must understand that the type of information you have here may not be necessary enough to take you to where you're going in life. There are some sort of information that you need to aid you in your life journey that you do not have the resources to acquire, or you don't even know that such information exists. I once read about Nayu Osahan, and he talked about how he moved from one country to another looking for information. And he said that some books are so expensive that even if you find them, you can't even buy it. Imagine that. If you are conversant with how some ancient philosophers who turned lead into gold did it, you find out that's the story of Newton, who moved from his own country and went to Israel library to find that book. And he used what he found in the books in that library to turn leads into gold. I'm not saying that you are going to go such far to get such information, but what I'm saying is that you must know that there are some people who possess a superior type of information, and for you in this third world country to spend your life in frivolous things, following entertainers and sports games every day without increasing your faculty of understanding and reason, it simply means you are dumbing yourself down and you are dumbing the society down. With the powerful iPhones, Samsungs, and other products in your hand today, there are a lot of information that you can grasp within a short while. You must understand that if a young man in America, in Germany, in Singapore, in Netherlands, Japan, in Cambodia, in China, if they are spending 2-3 hours in their pursuit, you have to spend 5-6 hours because you're already behind. Unless you don't understand the language. You have to stay up late. You have to burn candle, as they say. Stop complaining. Start seeking for the right information. Stop dumping yourself down and start lifting yourself from ignorance. Go right now and start to learn the things that shape society, such that you can bring in your own ingenuity and contribute to the society and lift our people out of the shackle of poverty that we've been for a very long time. You see, I have taken time to go through the online while researching, and most of the things that I found that actually gave me the right information were put out by people who have just few followers. Few followers. Sometimes the video that you need to put your times in watching are the videos that have 5 views, not necessarily 10 million views. Most of the videos that you see that have 10, 20, 40 million views literally under-delivers what it promises. It's just the thumbnails. And when you spend your time watching or reading things that are delivered by people who don't know how to write, or people who don't know how to deliver their own speech in a way that can improve your life, what you are doing is that you are putting hands in your own basket, which is your mental faculty, and you are removing what is there already. So you are pulling your intelligence by listening to stupid things. You can only increase your intelligence by listening to intelligent people. You can only increase your intelligence by reading things written by intelligent people. This is how life works. And I've told you people that faculty, mental faculty are the same. Nobody anywhere have a mental faculty better than yours. The difference is how they put it at work. Wake up to the reality at hand, young people of Africa. Turn back to learning. Go back to the laboratory. Do your best. Stop dumbing yourself down. How do you go a day without reading up to 10, 20, 40, 50 pages? How do you manage to do that? And how do you think that with this such small thinking, you can be able to impact and shape society and contribute to the way that humanity will be rewarded and be happy for? It's not possible. It is only those who spend their time learning and learning that always lead in any endeavor they found themselves. You can't dream of leading when you have not prepared. Start increasing your intelligence by following the right people, by exhausting the right information. Make it a priority from henceforth to go to your social media account and do some critical auditing by the people you follow, not the people that follow you. You must follow people that are wise. That is how you change your perception about life. Life is a product of how you see things. Everything that is happening in the world today is as a product of your inside pushed out. The way you complain about your system is because that inside is not in order. When your inside is in order, you rarely complain about what you see out there. What you do is you pinpoint the problems and you try to figure out a way to bring solution to that. Because obviously, if there is no problem in the world today, there is no need for your creation. The essence why God brings you on this planet is for you to contribute your own quota, to bring your own intelligence to the table and use it to solve problems for mankind. If there was no problem, there was no need of your coming. Our coming would be futile. For the reason that you exist today simply means there are problems that is assigned to you to solve. It's not complaint. You are not here just for entertainment. You are not here for pleasure alone. You are here to do something that will transform the society. And how do you do this? By increasing your intelligence, increasing your knowledge and understanding. And how do you do that? You learn. You experience new type of neuron developing in your prefrontal cortex. And when you do that, you start seeing things the way they ought to be, not the way they are. So I'm beseeching you, young people of Africa, take a deep breath and tell yourself, time have come for me to take up the mantle of leadership and build my capacity to the point where I will, by all means necessary, contribute to the shaping of the culture of my people and introducing one that will make life easy for them. Tell yourself that's what I'm going to do for the next 15, 20, 30 years. I'm going to spend my life learning and executing the things I've learned. The world is moving at the speed of light, and I must move with it. All the time you spend in scandals could be utilized very well in trying to understand how the AIs that are popping up today works. Intelligent people are the one forever and ever will rule the world. Why the ignorant one will continue to carry the burden, complain, whine, grunt, point accusing finger to every other person but himself or herself. In any situation that brings idea that men are not doing the right thing, such folks try to exonerate themselves but make other people the culprit of the problem in the society. But I've told you that every single one of us are part and parcel of the problem in the society. And how far we can learn on our own and contribute is what shapes the society. Your IQ, your intelligence is very important. And when I say IQ, I do not mean in the academic term that is fixed. I mean intelligence and wisdom. Those two things can be increased. And sometimes, modern science and psychology tells you that IQ cannot be increased. Some others say that it can be increased. But what I'm saying is your intelligence can be increased. 5, 10 years ago, I could not do what I'm doing now. But because I persisted, I'm doing what I'm doing. And I believe in the next 10, 15, 20 years, I'll be better off than I am today. The only way I will deteriorate is if I stop learning. You rarely find me not learning. Every single minute of the day counts, because I know that any young man at my age in a Western country is already 10 years ahead of me. Some of them 20 years ahead of me. So how are you comfortable enough in your 25 and your 30 years to go to bed daily without learning new thing? Not reading any book. You say you have a job. Job is not an excuse. There is always a time for you to learn if you wish to learn. Excuse blinds people. Even if you have 2 jobs, you still have the time to learn. I remember some years back when I used to go to where they are serving medicine in a side. And I used to serve medicine. But I had my earpiece in my ear listening to podcast. And sometimes I would see myself sit beside the wall and use my C3 and read some of the articles written by Professor Zojo Suji. He had over literally 1,000 articles in Chat Africa. I read every one of them. I couldn't go a day without reading. Even while I was working, there was no excuse. Because why? I was behind and I needed to catch up. If you don't think in this dimension, I bet you the future will surprise you. But with the intelligence you have, don't allow the future to surprise you. All of life, intelligent wisdom, is your capacity to adapt to the time you are in. If you cannot adapt to the time you are in, then you are mentally derailed. You are absolutely dumb if nobody tells you about that. You live in a time where every human being can succeed from anywhere in the world, so you don't need to complain. What you need to do is to ask yourself, where should I position myself in order to tap to this powerful miracle that is happening in the 4th Industrial Revolution? You can only learn and grow. Go back right now and start auditing the books you read, the people you listen to, the people you follow on the social media, your daily activities. Start positioning for the right thing. Like I said, there are so many things you do today that you have no business of doing, because instead of adding, it is taking away from what you have already. Pay attention to these things and your life will change automatically and drastically. You become an embodiment of knowledge that changes a people's mindset and contribute to the society you are living in. You and I must understand that the old people cannot build Africa. It is you and I and those behind us that the bar is set for. This is why I rarely complain about the old people these days, because I know their path has already completed. Some of the head of the states in your countries in the next 20, 30, 40 years would all be dead. And if they are still alive, they will not be capable to stay in those offices. It is people in my age that are going to occupy all those political offices. But the type of mentality they have will determine if we are going to have a new kind of political leaderships that will shape culture, rather than one where we complain and groan and whine who stole money, who siphoned this from the treasury account or not. When a man is sound mentally, everything else falls into place. You find out that when you read 5,000 books, you stop being greedy. You start seeing things differently. Books, reading of books create more empathetic power in you. You become an empathetic one. You can look at the situation in your society and say, I'm tired of this. It is my turn to do the right thing that will shape the culture in which I'm born in. I submit to you young people right now to start increasing your intelligence, for no man anywhere in the world is coming to do that for you but you alone. The moment you pay attention to this, everything will change. And I believe you more than I believe myself. And that's why I've been doing this for a decade. If I do not believe you, I will not be here today speaking to you in this manner. Share this video to your family and friends. I remain Captain Africa, Ad Astra.